Southern Section rankings guru Rich Gonzalez was on hand to see if any teams would surprise and try to move up in the rankings. For many teams, the Mount Sect Invitational is a good opportunity to run on the CIF Championship course. Unlike previous years, very few top teams from outside of the Southern Section were entered in this sweepstakes race. In all, 21 teams towed the line.
Come on! Behind the white line, please.
Early leaders in the first half mile of the race were Antonio Jimenez of Rubido, Alex Benavides of Don Lugo, and Kellen Acosta of Murrieta Valley. Long Beach Poly appeared to go out very conservatively the first mile. However, their number 3 through number 7 runners were all running side by side. Schulthauser of Centennial and Chavez of Esperanza joined the leaders at the front of the pack.
Beautiful, man! Beautiful!
Approaching the mile, it was still Benavides, Chavez, Schulthauser, and Acosta. The strong duo from Canyon of Ryan Morgan and Troy Werner were also running near the front of the pack. The super strong pack of Long Beach Poly looked to be running a very tactical race, going out slower and staying together as a team. The first runner up the switchbacks was Alex Benavides of Don Lugo with a 15-meter lead over Kellen Acosta of Murrieta Valley. As the runners crested this hill, the lead pack started to thin out. Coming down behind the football stadium, the lead pack was down to 5 runners: Schulthauer, Chavez, Benavides, Matusek, and Acosta. Jimenez of Rubido and Warner of Cannon were running in 7th and 8th. Running in 9th and 10th were the Crescenta Valley duo of Chris Snyder and Ben Kesson. Long Beach Poly continued to look very solid in a pack with their 3, 4, 5, and 6 runners all running right next to each other. As the runners began to head up Reservoir Hill, 3 runners had separated from the rest of the pack: Warner of Canyon, Jimenez of Rubido, and Schulthauer of Centennial. Leading the team sweepstakes race was senior Troy Werner from Canyon. It would be reported after the race that Troy Werner had never before this race won a varsity race. Antonio Jimenez and Troy Werner continued to battle it out for first place. By the time the runners got to the airstrip, Troy Werner had broken away from Jimenez and Schulthauer. A career marked by amazing improvement, Troy Werner would go on to win the team sweepstakes race in a time of 14:59. Antonio Jimenez of Rubido would finish second, 15:04. Running in third was Blake Schulthauer, who would end up fading and finishing fourth. Mark Matusek kicked his way up to third place. Ben Reed of Catalina Foothills was fifth. Chris Snyder of Crescenta Valley was sixth. Tim Hurst of Royal was seventh. Brandon Babaraki of Dana Hills was eighth. David Torrance of Loyola was ninth. And Tyler Castorf of Dana Hills finished 10th. As more runners continued to finish, the race for the team title started to pan out. For Long Beach Poly, Kevin Brulos finished in 13th and teammate Ulysses Pena finished in 17th. Both Loyola and Dana Hills had placed 2 runners in the top 10. Kevin Word and Johnny Villarreal finished 23rd and 25th for Long Beach Poly. Edward Giles was Long Beach Poly's 5th runner, finishing in 36th place in time of 15:47. Long Beach Poly would go on to win the team championship, scoring 113 points and having a team time of 77:47. Loyola would place second as a team, scoring 135 points and running a team time of 77:52. The Dolphins from Dana Hills would place third, scoring 152 points and running a team time of 78:16. 1907, Allison Fletcher in 1913, and Kathleen Vance in 1930. Saturday, October 26th, at Mount San Antonio College in Walnut, some of the best runners in the state of California and neighboring states joined together for the Mount Sac Invitational. In the boys' individual sweepstakes race, some of the top names in all of the nation were on the line. Top entrants in the individual sweepstakes included Mohamed Trafe of Duarte, Philip Reed of Rio Mesa, Juan Robles of Valencia, Tim Nelson of Liberty Christian, Troy Swire of Mar Vista, and Kyle Alcorn of Buchanan. Early on, the lead pack was As they approached the half mile, Michael Poe, wearing the sunglasses from Etiwanda, was leading the pack. All through the first mile, the lead pack remained about 15 runners. Mohamed Trafe, the junior from Duarte, has had an excellent cross-country season, including a win at the Stanford Invitational this year. As the runners approached the mile mark, junior Troy Swire of Mar Vista had opened up a small lead over the rest of the pack. As the lead runners began to crest Poop Out Hill, it was Mohamed Trafe of Duarte, followed 5 meters back by Troy Swire of Mar Vista. As the runners were coming off Reservoir Hill with 600 meters to go, it was Mohamed Trafe of Duarte, followed closely by Troy Swire of Mar Vista. Tim Nelson of Liberty Christian had moved up well on the back portion of the course and looked to challenge Swire and Trafe up front. When the runners make the final left-hand turn by the old hammer ring, they have less than 400 meters to go to the finish. Nelson was running third at this point, but he would go on to win the race in a time of 14:33. Swire of Mar Vista would just edge Trafe of Duarte, both finishing in a time of 14:38. Ruiz of Monroe would go on to finish fourth in a time of 14:50. Philip Reed of Rio Mesa would finish fifth in a time of 14:56. Juan Robles of Valencia would finish sixth in 14:58. Babe Wagnu of Helix would finish seventh in 15 flat, and Jonathan Cardenas of Reno finished eighth in 15:03. On Thursday, October 7th, at Laguna Niguel Regional Park, the South Coast League gathered together to see which 3 teams would advance to the CIF playoffs and who would be crowned the South Coast League champions. The Dolphins from Dana Hills are the defending South Coast League champions. Last year at this race, they set a course record for Laguna Niguel Regional Park with a team time of 93:12. The top returning individual in the South Coast League is Whitney Hampton, who set a course record of 17:57 in this race last year. Heading into this meet, the Dolphins of Dana Hills are ranked 5th in the CIF Southern Section, Division 1. The Dolphins are led by junior Sean Yord and Monica Rothenberger, and the team fields one of the deepest packs of runners in the entire state. The early leaders were freshman Alyssa Brown and junior Nicole Scheid from Mission Viejo, along with Sean Yord of Dana Hills. About a mile and a quarter into the race, it was Nicole Scheid of Mission Viejo leading with Sean Yord of Dana Hills right on her shoulder. Early on, Dana Hills had all 7 runners in the top 12 of the race. At about a mile and a half into the race, it was still Yord with a half-step lead over Nicole Scheid of Mission Viejo, followed by the pack. 2 of the runners in the pack who are a threat to win this race were sophomore Whitney Hampton of El Toro and junior Monica Rothenberger of Dana Hills. Dana Hills has one of the most solid groups in the entire state that includes senior Emily Branham, junior Janae Chapin, senior Tara Crowley, and senior Stephanie Eckel. Coming down the hill and heading toward the 2-mile mark, it was Molly Pearson of El Toro, followed by Alyssa Brown of Mission Viejo, along with Monica Rothenberger, Sean Yord of Dana Hills, and Whitney Hampton of El Toro. Running 6-7-8 were Chapin of Dana Hills, Scheid of Mission Viejo, and Strauss of Capistrano Valley. Crowley, Branham, and Eckel were running 9, 10, and 11 for Dana Hills. With just over a half mile to go, junior Monica Rothenberger had broken away from the rest of the field. Rothenberger's racing has been limited this fall, though she still looks to be in very good shape. Running in second was Alyssa Brown of Mission Viejo, and Sean Yord of Dana Hills. Pearson and Hampton of El Toro were running 4th and 5th, followed by Strauss of Capistrano Valley, and then Nicole Scheid of Mission Viejo. As expected, Dana Hills was in control of the team race. On the last straight into the finish, it was Monica Rothenberger of Dana Hills. Last year, Monica Rothenberger placed second in the South Coast League on this course in a time of 18:07. Monica would be the individual South Coast League champion. She would finish with a time of 18 minutes and 16 seconds. Rothenberger's time is the 8th best performance ever on this course. Freshman Alyssa Brown of Mission Viejo would finish second in a time of 18:21. Sean Yord of Dana Hills was third in a time of 18:24. Finishing in 4th place in a time of 18:30 was Molly Pearson of El Toro, followed closely by teammate Whitney Hampton in 18:33. Nicole Scheid of Mission Viejo would finish 6th in a time of 18:36. Branham was 7th in 18:37. Strauss was 8th in 18:39. And Janae Chapin of Dana Hills would finish in 9th place in a time of 18:40. Dana Hills' 5th and final scorer was Tara Crowley, who finished 10th in a time of 18:48. And you didn't have to wait long to see their 6th runner, Stephanie Eckel, who finished 11th in a time of 18:51. Dana Hill's depth is evident in that sophomore Jamie Canterbury, who won the frost-off race in a time of 18:51, would have finished in 11th place in the varsity race. Dana Hills would go on to easily take the team title, scoring 29 points and running a team time of 92:44, a course record. Mission Viejo narrowly edged out El Toro, scoring 58 points. El Toro was third with 59 points. The 2002 South Coast League Individual League champion was Monica Rothenberger from Dana Hills High School. On Thursday, October 7th, the South Coast League Finals were held at Laguna Niguel Regional Park. The top-ranked team in the South Coast League is Dana Hills. The Dolphins are currently ranked 3rd in the CIF Southern Section Division I and 3rd in the State of California Division I. Still missing at the starting line this week for Dana Hills was junior Taylor White. Other top teams in the South Coast League are El Toro, led by senior Matt Sapola and sophomore Brandon Bethke, and the Diablos of Mission Viejo. The individual course record at Laguna Niguel Regional Park is 15:02, set by the late Mark Gleason of Mission Viejo in 1997. Last year, El Toro set the team time course record with a time of 78:21. Very early on in the race, Tyler Kasser of Dana Hills took the lead. Babaraki and Sapola were running 3rd and 4th. About a mile and a half into the race, Tyler Kasser from Dana Hills continued to lead. Behind Kasser, there was a pack of 4 runners: Sapola of El Toro, followed by Nathan Martinez of Dana Hills, Brandon Babaraki, and Scott Smith of Dana Hills. Running in 6th was Matt Stolenwork of San Clemente, and running in 7th was Brandon Bethke of El Toro, followed by Sean Spur of Dana Hills. Senior Campbell McDonald of Dana Hills was running only his 2nd varsity race after missing most of the season due to injury. Coming down the hill portion of the course just before the 2-mile mark, Tyler Kastorf of Dana Hills continued to lead. Babaraki had broken away in 2nd place and looked to chase down his teammate Kastorf at the lead. Running 3-4-5 were still Smith, Sapola, and Martinez, followed by Stolenwork of San Clemente and Bethke of El Toro. Heading towards the finish line, it was Tyler Kastorf who would go with a wire-to-wire victory. Tyler Kastorf was the 2002 South Coast League champion with a time of 15:12. Kastorf's time of 15:12 was the 3rd fastest time ever on this course, which has been used at the South Coast League Finals course since 1990. Brandon Babaraki of Dana Hills would finish 2nd in a time of 15:20, the 6th fastest time ever on this course. Matt Sapola of El Toro would finish 3rd in a time of 15:26. Sophomore Scott Smith was a key role to Dana Hills as he finished 4th place in a time of 15:38. Smith's time was the 2nd fastest ever for a sophomore on this course. Brandon Bethke of El Toro was 5th in a time of 15:44. Matt Stolenwork of San Clemente was 6th in a time of 15:46. Nathan Martinez of Dana Hills was 7th in a time of 15:49. And Sean Spur of Dana Hills was the Dolphins' 5th runner, placing 8th in a time of 15:57. Joaquin Hernandez of El Toro was 9th in a time of 16:02. And Benito Ramirez of El Toro was 10th in a time of 16:04. The Dolphins of Dana Hills look strong heading into CIF with the returning of Campbell McDonald to form and the fact that Taylor White, who is missing from this race, should be back running with the team by CIF. The Dana Hills Dolphins would easily capture the team title with 22 points. They would also set a team time course record with a time of 77:56. El Toro and Mission Viejo took the 2 remaining spots to CIF. The 2002 South Coast League individual champion was Tyler Kastorf of Dana Hills.
I felt it at that spot, the same exact spot. I was like, oh, get off me. Oh, my God.
Oh, I was in that picture.